So what's your name and your theatre experience?
My name is Shae McCarthy. I've been involved with New Brunswick Theatre School since about grade 7, so that's about 8 years of experience. And then additionally, I've also worked with the Leo Hayes production throughout as an actor throughout my high school, as well as co-directing and directing these past 2 years since I've graduated. Also, I have been working with TMB as a choreographer for the junior musical theatre students, as well as a theatre school instructor.
Okay, so what does it mean to you to be a Canadian actor?
To be a Canadian actor, I think there's not really a difference between Canadian acting and American acting, except for the fact that when you go to auditions and everything, because Canadian theatre companies really want to represent Canada, so it's always really smart as an actor to audition with Canadian pieces. I've always been told that. It's also really smart as a Canadian actor to know Canadian playwrights and to know kind of, because you want to represent Canadian plays through a theatre company, if that makes sense.
What do you think is some challenges that are in the way of being an actor or a Canadian actor in general?
I think a big challenge is if you want to be an actor and go to Hollywood or go to Broadway, which is, you know, what the dream is. There's of course always the visas that are always going to be an issue, and it's also going to be hard because while Canada wants to incorporate their own, America wants to incorporate their own. But yeah, I'd say that would be the biggest difficulty of making that transition to America.
Okay, and last one, what do you think is a Canadian actor's big contribution to the art?
Canada's big contribution, I know we have a lot of really great playwrights. For instance, David Mamet is like a huge playwright, and David Mamet wrote things like Oleana, which TMB at Theatre New Brunswick just put on this past season at Black Box Theatre, and he also wrote Never Swim Alone, and he has a lot of great experience. I know I've read a few books that he's contributed to as far as like acting technique goes, and he's a brilliant mind. Yeah, there's so many I could name, but I'm not going to go off and list them all. But yeah, I know that we have a lot of great Canadian playwrights, and we even have a few musicals written by Canadians. So I know that's a huge addition to the whole theatre and music theatre catalog. Also, if you just look at like classic stories like Anne of Green Gables, like the Charlottetown Confederation Center has done like amazing with that. They've done Anne Gilbert. They're putting on a new musical right now this summer called Evangeline. It's the story of Evangeline is really Acadian story, and it's doing the world premiere this summer in Charlottetown. So yeah, I think that's a big step for Canadian theatre because you're taking Canadian stories and putting them out there for the world to see.